Oh, Hilton stay, your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay, a holiday you're saving.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. This season, enjoy spacious, comfortable rooms and friendly service when you book with Hilton instead. Hilton for the stay.
Experience a membership that backs what you're building with American Express Business Platinum. Get 2 times membership rewards points per dollar on eligible purchases in key business categories, as well as on each eligible purchase of $5,000 or more, on up to $2 million in eligible purchases per calendar year. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
Say hello to the all-new Alexa Plus and see how Alexa can do so much more for you. Need tickets to see your favorite artist? Craving your comfort restaurant? Just sit back, relax, and talk naturally. Alexa's on it. It learns your style, anticipates what's next, and makes it happen across Echo, Fire TV, and more. Learn more at amazon.com/new Alexa.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to our last episode of Don't Blame Me for 2025.
Wow. What a year it has been.
Mm,
The year was a year, was a year, was a year. And honestly, we could look at the tough times, we could look at the good times, or we could look at how right I was for my 2025 predictions.
yeah, we'll get into that at the end. But
Get ready, everybody. And when's the last time I checked?
it's been, I think it's actually been, hold on. I think it's been since Kendrick Lamar won.
Yeah, I was gonna
that
say,
the last time?
I feel like I was just like checking them off like left and right, and then 2025 did what 2025 did, and I didn't reference back to it. So I'm excited to see where I know like what we did for the first part, but I'm excited to see how the back half of the year went for my predictions.
Tune in.
Stay tuned.
All right. What's this show?
This show is Don't Blame Me, where we give you wonderful, amazing, life-changing advice. We also will tell you when you're wrong because somebody has to. People are saying, this person's wrong. How do we tell them? This is what you do. You have them call or write into the podcast and be like, Meghan and Melisa, am I wrong? Am I in the wrong? What should I do? And we will tell you. We will be unbiased, except we do want to be on your side, but we're not going to be as, biased as the people who know you in your real everyday life.
Be truthful with the information that we have, and we're going to do the best with what we got.
Exactly, which means you got to be a tip-top student. You got to give us all the relevant information, help us out, help us help you. So if you want to call in, you can leave us a voicemail at 310-694-0976. You can also send us an audio message to meghanpodcast@gmail.com, or you can type it out, write it out if you don't want to hear your voice. But again, you can also always use a voice changer. You can write it out, submit it under 300 words to that same email address or in the DMs of our Instagram. Or you can fill out the form that we have listed in the show notes, and it's just like you'll find that everywhere. Quite easy, gives us all the information that we need, and we'll do our best. Like you said, we'll do our best with what we've got. And our best is like pretty fucking good.
Yeah, we've been going at it for a minute now.
Yeah, we have some experience. We are well seasoned.
Should we get into our first one?
Let's do it.
First one is a voice memo.
Hi, Meghan and Melissa. I'm calling in for some advice when it comes to continuing to hook up with a situationship after they said they weren't ready for a relationship. So here's some details. I'm 32. He's 32. We're gay. Woo pride. So here's the situation. I moved across the country in September back to my home state after 4 years of being away, and I'm in the city, not my hometown. So I'm ready to go on dates. At the beginning of October, this guy and I started going on 1 to 2 dates a week for a while, and I was excited because it felt like we had a really good connection. We started hooking up at the end of October, And it was so comfortable. There was no anxiety, and we just kind of innately understood each other's needs. And it felt like really passionate too. I've never felt that kind of connection sexually before with somebody, so I got hopeful for the potential of a relationship, but I wasn't going to bring that up too soon because that's crazy. I took your guys' previous advice from my call in on the episode titled Sex Clubbing from the summer of 2023. Update, that guy did ghost me. So anyway, here comes the issue. Once we started to have sex, the dates just became casual, come over, have sex, eat and leave. He wasn't initiating any new conversations other than flirty messages, gym selfies, and finding time to hook up. So this pattern continued until the end of November, and that's when he started to take up to 4 days at a time to respond, when normally we were texting every day. So this opened up that previous wound from the situationship in 2023, and my anxiety kicked in. Now that we're into mid-December, we finally planned to hang out last Saturday, but he called to break it off. Typical, I'm not ready for a relationship, you're a great person, blah, 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 but complimented me on how great I am in bed. So that is when I suggested that maybe we could keep it casual and continue hooking up. He was surprised by this, and after a few days, he took me up on the offer last night. It was the best hookup we both had. We both got off twice, so that was great. I was able to walk away with clarity, and I'm not upset about the relationship ending anymore because he won't show up emotionally in the way that I need to, but I'm not going to wait around him to figure that out. So I'm still on the apps, matching with people and starting conversations, but what I'm looking for is, should I keep hooking up with him? We both agreed to do any STD step testing if either of us decide to have sex with somebody new, or should I consider last night the final night and close this off so I can put my best foot forward when looking for new dates? The only thing I'm worried about is with the holidays coming up, should I just close up shop and not be looking for a new relationship until the spring and have my hot girl summer? Either way, looking for advice on dating. Should I keep hooking up with my situationship, or should I just close up shop? I'm a Cancer Sun, Leo Moon, and Aquarius Rising for all the Astro girlies out there too. Thank you. Bye.
Love my Aquarius rising sister. Me as well. Me as well.
Aquarius. I don't know where sun.
You are
Is that
sun.
what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
that's what you've got.
Cool.
Did they say they were? Oh, they were Cancer Leo. Wow, I really do relate because I also I've got one of those bitchy motherfucking water signs in my chart as well. I do love the phrase or the phrasing of closing up shop for the winter. But my question is, where do you live? Because like, if you live like the man in Frozen who's like, yoo-hoo, big summer blowout, where like it's like him on top of a mountain, like in the snow, and like nobody ever comes around. I do think that like keeping a hookup kind of vibe with someone, if you live in a place where there's snow on the ground and transportation is getting delayed by the weather, it's most people tend to opt for convenience for the hookups. But I do think if like you are somewhere where it's like, no, I could be getting ass and I could be like hooking up with other people right now, then I would be like, okay, yeah, then I think that you like have your like rom-com moment of being like the walking away from his apartment shot, being like, never gonna see me again. Like having one of those, like being like the dramatic final one. But I think if it's like, oh, I won't be able to like realistically, not that you won't be able to like talk to people, but like, I don't know, some places like on the, like when it gets like cold, like you're not like going out of your way to meet new people. And so if it's that, then like I'm not thinking you should be celibate until the frost breaks. But like I think if you can have fun in the interim, I think that you should not sleep with him again.
Do you have feelings for him? Because it seemed like you did at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have feelings for him, continuing to hook up with him, you're just going to deepen those feelings and then be hurt in the long term because he doesn't want a relationship. So if you're okay with getting hurt, then, keep hooking up. But if you don't want to get hurt, then it's time to close up shop. We're closed for business. Like, go out on a high note. Maybe you've hooked up since this episode's come out. But, like, let that be the end. And let's, have our time for ourselves in the winter. And then get ready. I mean, you still got spring. You got all winter. I think it's still technically fall right now.
Don't say that.
I think it is.
December 18th? No way. Does the winter solstice mark the end or the beginning of winter? Because then you're right. If it marks the beginning of winter, you're right. It's still fall.
Yeah, till the 21st. So technically still fall right now. When this episode comes out, it's not. So not when you hear this. So you've got all winter, all spring, and then you can have your hot girl summer if you want. Or you just close up shop just for this guy and then start looking already for the next person. And if you want a relationship, then you should be upfront with that from the beginning. So you don't start hooking up with somebody, catch feelings, and then he breaks your heart later.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That it's like if the next person that if like you said you're back on the apps, if the people you're talking to, if you are like in fact leading with, yeah, I'm looking for a relationship, then I do think you need to like squash it with this guy, because I think the shift in why this probably feels better for you than it did in this like situationship that you had in like 2023, you said, was that you took agency in this, and like you were like you felt more prepared for this, and you got to make the choice and a call that like, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but like it was a control part. Like it's like, oh, I had some control over how this is ending and this outcome, and that can feel like really, really good. But like Melissa said, if like the feelings were already there for this guy at the beginning, that like high of like I was able to take control, make a choice, have some agency for myself, that will fade away, and then what will be left is like you still have these feelings for this specific guy that they've continued to build as you've kept hooking up. So I think if like you are ultimately like looking for a relationship, if that's something that like you can pursue and date other people and do all that like right now, then I do think that he will just be a distraction, because then we get into like the hard situation of like you start comparing like sex with him, that if you've had sex with him like now like dozens of times, you start comparing the sex you've had with him for months to the sex you have with someone for the very first time, and it's like most often it's not going to like match up, or like the conversation, like you're going to start comparing it to something that's had the time to kind of grow and age in a way that like isn't progressing to a relationship, but like you will inevitably compare it to new relationships. So I think like Melissa said, if you've already hooked up with him another time, just like do the moment all over again of like walking away from the apartment. But like to me, like this is like girl who's gonna be all right. Like this is that like moment in the movie of that. And I think go off on that note, because that'll be for the best. And also like I don't know how big the city you live in is, and like I just think at a certain point, like what if you start hooking up with like the same person, or like there's just like the questions of we're going to continue to be getting tested, but it's like, are you going to have conversations about who like you're hooking up with, and like those feelings aren't going to disappear, I don't think. So walk away.
Feelings versus hormones.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're like, this is the best sex we've ever had, I'm like, that is tough. Like,
I feel like it's also because you were like, I got him back, after he was like, nope. It's a power move too.
Exactly. Like there's something inherently sexy about being like, I just did that. Like, go me, woo. And also like there's a lot of like, I'm sure there feels like a lot of growth there from like how you would have responded and like carried yourself in this situation years ago. So there's something about like oh my God, I am the motherfucking shit. And like you are. And like walk away with that feeling, not like, damn, after all this, he still doesn't want to like progress forward. But best of luck.
And happy holidays.
Happy ho-ho days.
Yeah. And now the Santa shop is closing.
What song would you sing? Like what Christmas song is like is that Old Lang Syne? Like for all.
Yep, that's what I had in my head.
It's one of my favorite
I don't know the
songs.
name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Remember I kept calling it Edelweiss?
Yep.
That one, my favorite song. And Believe by Josh Groban. It's from the Polar Express.
Oh, that sad ass one?
What do you mean? Sad?
Is it not a sad song?
Believe. Children sleeping. Snow is softly. I'm actually killing this impression. Falling. Dreams are calling like bells in the distance. You have to stop me because I know all the words.
We're going to take a break. When we get back, we'll just update you guys on what's going on in our lives.
Woohoo!
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies just to see if you could save some cash? Well, Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states.
Kraft mac and cheese is the best thing ever. It's even better than pop music. You look just as natural enjoying us at age 13 as you do 55. Kraft mac and cheese. Best thing ever.
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet. For a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We are back, and I'm experiencing 80 degrees in Los Angeles today, and you have escaped to a place with real seasons, I presume.
I mean, it's 60 degrees, so it's not cold.
Oh. Is this happening everywhere right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was, I had the worst, my sleep is off, period. I'm in Arkansas right now. I left on Tuesday morning. Monday, didn't sleep at all. Didn't go to sleep that night.
That's a choice.
Not really. I tried.
Okay.
So then I got here Tuesday, 3-ish, went straight to the children because it was Audrey's birthday, but she was sick, so I didn't spend that much time there. But saw them, saw the other kids, picked them up, went to Swig.
Yeah. So are there Mormons there, or is it just also soda culture?
It's across the street from a liquor store, so it's not like
I'm making a hard swig.
Right. It's not like people are like making, like this is the only option they have for a variety of beverages. So I think they're trying to compete with Sonic. To me, no competition.
Yeah. And Sonic's a thing there.
Yeah, Sonic is huge here, and there's just more variety at Sonic. But the cookies were incredible.
What kind of cookie?
They were sugar cookies, but think of those. I call them the Walmart cookies. You call them the
Loft House
cookies.
They're the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Sure, they're coming from the same factory.
Yep.
But they were, instead of how those are like airy, they're more dense, but they had that same flavor, and the icing on the top was better than that nasty, because I scraped that icing off those other cookies. And this icing was perfect.
Was it more of a shortbread? Like a soft shortbread?
Not quite as short. It has the exact same flavor.
Okay.
But it's more, it's not like more chewy.
Moister?
I would say not moist, because those are really moist. So it's not moister.
Well, because shortbread's not very moist.
Yeah. It's like in between that.
Okay.
The word I would use, but is incorrect, is gummy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I understand what you mean.
It's not fudgy. It's not gooey.
It's got a bite to it. It's got a bite. Yeah, there's a bite to it.
Yeah.
And like, I think a lot of people don't think of, the only cookies most people think of like, oh, I like a chewy cookie is like chocolate chip and like molasses cookies. But like other cookies can have that same like bite and chew to them. That's not crispy or crunchy.
Yes, but it's not quite chewy either.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
But it was great cookie. I'd go back just for the cookie and then head to Sonic, which was across the street as well.
But did they have Benson Boone Moonbeam ice cream all over the cookie before they gave it to you?
I mean, it was the icing kind of, you could make the comparison.
And you know, he's also Mormon. Swig, Mormon. Crumble, Mormon.
Yeah. So then after that, Sarah was texting me and was like, who I talked about on last week's episode, who has the
who's going to be making the next variation of a Hallmark movie.
Yeah. So Sarah texted me, who I talked about last week, who's living her Hallmark story of being the doctor, moves from the big city back to her small hometown and gets back with her old boyfriend. So she was like, hey.
Who happens to be.
So she's like, hey, he's playing at Moxie, which is a chain hotel, but like they
Oh,
have,
God.
if you've been to one, their
You've been
whole
to them
thing,
all.
yeah, their whole thing is like there's always activities happening. And so there's game, like it was cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was cool. There's
I
like,
think it entirely depends on the clientele of who's attending the Moxie, because I have gone to multiple Moxies in New York, and I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever done.
why was it the worst thing?
Because, it was what I could have only, where we were staying was not, like, a rowdy part of New York, and, like,
Okay.
I was there for work, and so then suddenly you have what I have to assume is, like, the vibe of, like, a hostel where there was just, like, 35, like, 19-year-olds just, like,
Okay,
drunk
that
and
was not the
screaming,
vibe.
and
That
I
was
was
not
like,
the vibe.
"Can we ask them to quiet down?" They're like, they basically were like, "Sorry, they're having enrichment time," and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Oh my gosh, no, that totally wasn't the vibe here. It was more low key.
Yeah.
And so, it was like people playing games in the lobby. The bar was open. They had cool drinks.
Well, they're probably
Um,
catering also to locals.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because right now the college kids are gone
Yeah.
unless they live here,
Mhm.
so it's not that crowd. And so he had like a little jam session where he invited two of his musician friends. So he was on the drums and he made like a bunch of beats and stuff on his sound machine and invited his friend on keyboard and another one on saxophone. And so they were having a jam session while me and Sarah were chatting, like getting caught up on each other's lives. So that was cool. But again, I still hadn't slept.
Oh,
I slept a
God.
few hours on the plane, if that. It was very turbulent, so I was constantly waking up. So, I didn't have never did I reach REM, I can say that.
I do have to say, though, I don't know if it was just, like, how you always are because 'cause you're always funny, or if it was the lack of sleep, but how you told me what you were doing made me laugh so hard. Melissa sent the photo and said, "Already hitting up the local band,"
Yep.
which, if you listened to the, My Secret Santa episode, one of the topics I brought up was those local hometown bands.
Mhm.
And Melissa quite literally touched down, like, a
Yep.
couple texts before that was Landon,
Mhm.
and then already hitting up the local band. It
Right.
was I loved that, it made me laugh hard.
But the good thing was the gig was over by, like, 8:30, so I
Well,
came
a
home.
saxophone player can't play that long, that's
Yeah.
incredibly tiring.
Yeah.
You get
So,
winded.
went home, I watched one soap and then fell asleep during the other half, but I slept straight up.
Also, my condolences, I heard one of your
Yeah.
you lost, like, a legend.
Anthony Gear, so legend, like, known if you know nothing about soap operas, you know Luke and Laura, and
Mhm.
he was half of that, Luke. Um, his character had died a few years ago, so I had mourned
Mm.
that. So I had already mourned him passing, even though he was alive. He had moved and living with his husband, like,
Oh.
he had not been out while he was on the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had mourned him before, but then now mourning the man.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's sad. It has not been a good week for that.
He was also on All in the Family as well and played Rob Reiner's friend on that show.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. Holy, that's wild. Wow, so fucking sad.
How have you been?
I have been pretty good. Yesterday I went over to my neighbor's house. She invited me over to make some Christmas cookies. So we did that, which was really fun. Um, and I have been packing for Colorado.
Saturday?
That is in fact what I thought. Nope, we leave tomorrow. And been watching a lot of Christmas movies. I got you know what? Yesterday I told my neighbor, I was like, did you and your wife like ever start Paradise? And she's like, oh no, we totally forgot. Like, I'll start it tonight. And she started last night and texted me and was like, holy fucking shit. I'm upset. The show is so good. And I was like, I know. But then it made me go rewatch all of Ryan Sterling K. Brown's wife's like reactions and like videos to it. And and they dropped the trailer for season 2. And I am I'm geeked. I'm, like, ready to watch it all over again. I can't wait for you to watch it. I'm just so fucking excited, and I'm not, like, not enjoying the Christmas movies this year. Like, I'm not gonna say that by any means, but I will say that, like, the new Christmas movie rollouts on streaming this year are not great. Like, they're just not the best.
Like, even though I'm not a person that watches Christmas movies, I really feel what the Christmas movies are, if that makes sense. And they don't feel palpable this year. Like,
No.
I don't feel like I see them everywhere. They don't feel like they're being, like, sprung upon me. I don't know even, like, I feel like there's usually, like, people that I know that their
Yeah.
Christmas movies is their thing and that there are actors in them, and it just hasn't felt the same.
And, like, people are like, "Oh, it's probably the strike." And I was like, "They make Christmas movies in, like, 14 days." Like, that's, like,
Mhm.
not something that is, like, affected by like, the big blockbusters, having less of them, you feel the impact of that longer because that it is it's a longer process. But, like, for this, I was like, honestly, no. Like, this should have been quicker, and, like, I feel like in years prior, we had Lindsay Lohan in a movie. We had, like, people that you, like, really those, like, star power kind of ones, and, like,
Mhm.
what we had this year is they they put Tia on the side and, like, okay, and now what? Like, I just have been a little disappointed by that outcome, but we watched the new Knives Out, which I was by no means disappointed by.
I watched it before we live streamed last week. Like, as soon as we were done
Oh my
recording, I
gosh.
was gonna sit down and, like, save it for the weekend, but I was like, "I gotta watch it now." It was so
I
good.
loved it. I really did. I really liked it. I really liked Josh O'Connor in it, and, like, I like the tone shift felt, like not, like, darker, but it just, like, had I don't know, like, I think the first one, we have the I don't know, like, rich East Coast kind of, like, upstate sort of vibe, old Victorian house,
Mhm.
all that stuff, and then we have the Glass Onion where it's, like, tropical, beach, ultra hyper modern, and then now this one is a little bit more, like, approachable in the sense of, you know, small town kind of vibe that, like, still has, like, a distinct style and, like, look to it, but I feel like this is probably tied with my favorite with the first one, but I liked that how this was it felt like more of a pared down cast, even though it was, like, a big ensemble cast. I felt like
Mhm.
people had more things, like, to do, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and, like, how it was shot and how it was filmed, and, like, Josh O'Connor is just, like, adorable.
If I'm sitting down for a Ryan Johnson thing, I already know that
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Mhm.
He has quickly become one of my favorite writer-directors in any medium, but I knew we were about to cook in the scene at the very beginning where Josh is meeting with the ministers right after he punched somebody. I think it was a deacon or something, punched
Mhm.
somebody. And they said something about the other elders of the church were like, and I'm gonna misquote this, but
Mhm.
they had said something about we like being out here fighting for the world, like, and he was like, "No, Jesus would have been here to teach love and understanding," and I was like, "We're about to cook." I just like, it was just
Mhm.
it set the tone, and it was good because also at the end, the twist won't spoil it for any we're not really giving any spoilers,
Yeah.
but at the end, when we get to it and we know it seems like it won't be figured out, but we know it's gonna get figured out because that's just the genre. Like, you
Mhm.
go into that knowing, but the way that it happens and I knew who did it at the beginning. I thought it was very apparent.
Mhm.
Did you?
Um, I don't I think that was my initial guess, and then I think I second guessed
Mhm. Well,
myself,
yeah.
but I do think that is what I think that was my initial one. Yeah.
So I thought it was apparent, but what I liked about it is that how we get there,
Mhm.
the journey. It was about the journey.
And it was a great it was a great journey, and, like, certain things where, like, I noticed of being like, "Oh, that's interesting that this person and this person would be in this movie at the same time." Like, that's usually doesn't happen for X, Y, and Z reason, and then it's like, "Oh, that's the reason why they're both in the movie." And so, like, there was all of that kind of, like, really fun, cool sort of stuff, and I at this point, like, I could watch it, like, again immediately
Yeah. I'm sure
because
there's things that I didn't pick up the first time, which with a lot of all of
Mhm.
Ryan Johnson's things.
This one was more moody, I would say, like
Mhm.
and, like, once you have Jeffrey Wright immediately in his, like, religious outfit saying, like,
Mhm.
"fuck" or "shit" or
Mhm.
whatever, I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
okay."
like, we all know that that guy's an asshole. We all wanted to punch
Yeah, and
him.
it's like, no, it was like, I'm kinda glad he got fucking punched in
Yeah.
the face, like, he's a dick, and it's like, "Oh, okay." But I also didn't know that, Ryan Johnson's wife, she does the podcast, You Must Remember This, the movie
Mhm.
podcast, and I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh my god, what
Yeah,
a cool
she's a
couple."
critic. And I'm
What
sure that's great to have her like, their 2 brains working together because 'cause I'm sure she gives notes on the scripts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 and also, like, one of the things Mott's loves about his movies, and specifically the Knives Out franchise, is that, like, like, a lot he'll do, like, referential kind of things
Mhm.
to, like, other, like, old movies, so I
Yeah.
bet that's one that they talk through together a lot, which
Yeah.
I enjoyed. Did you see the finale of Actors on Actors with Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio?
I've seen clips of it. I have not watched it in its entirety, but what I saw was all I needed to see. Bravo, Jennifer Lawrence.
I never really like, there's very few ones that I always want to that I want to watch in their entirety. This is one that I wanna watch in their entirety because I wanna know the sequence of events. I wanna know
Mhm.
because in my mind, the comment about, "I loved seeing you be a father," like, "You look great
Mhm.
with a
To a
teenage
teenage
daughter."
daughter. Uh-huh.
That to me is placed perfectly towards the tail end of the interview after she is living out that meme of she's amazing, she's great, she's wonderful, she's charming, she's gorgeous, and he's just there. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that to me was like a fed up sort of statement towards the end, and I was like, oh my god, so funny. And everybody's like, she should have been paired with someone, so much more engaging. And I was like, I'm sorry, you think he should have been paired with someone less engaging, and you think that would have turned out better? No, she knew she was performing to a brick wall. And also, that's how he always is,
I think she came in prepared.
without
Like,
a doubt.
she knew what was happening. She knew her duty as a woman over 25, and
Yeah.
she did what she needed to do.
Mhm. She's like, "I'm gonna force this man to sit down and have
Mhm.
a conversation with me, a woman over the hill." Like,
Right.
and he's, like, never been, like, a charismatic interview guy, and I think
No.
people,
He's no
like
George Clooney.
no, and, like, I think people, like, don't realize that, where I'm like, "Okay, tell me a time you saw a Leonardo DiCaprio interview point blank. Tell me the last time you saw him do press point blank, and then show me where he was, like, lovely and charming." Like, that's just,
Mhm.
like, not his shtick at all. Like, he's, like, actor. And so, she knew fully well what was going on, and she knew that she was gonna deliver the personality. And also, like, when you are, like, so kind of flat on he's intentionally flat. Like, he doesn't wanna give people too much of himself because he
Mhm.
likes to lose himself in the performance. So when you are intentionally flat, like, you can kind of, like, get away with saying a lot to him, knowing that, like, whether he likes it or dislikes it, he's gonna do his best to react the same. And I'm
Mhm.
like, that was just she delivered in such a wonderful way when she, like, asked if him and Benicio del Toro have ever kissed. Like, I love that.
I missed that one.
She's such a, "You guys have wonderful chemistry. Have you ever kissed?" And
Love
he
it.
was like, "Uh-huh." It was just so funny. And she asked him if he ever watched the Titanic, and he was like, "Do you watch your
I
own
saw
stuff?"
that one.
She's like, "Well, I haven't made the Titanic." I was like, "I'm sorry, The Hunger Games is my Titanic." I'll say it. I'll say it.
All right, let's take a break. When we get back, we'll get into some more advice.
Meet the computer you can talk to. With Copilot on Windows, working, creating, and collaborating is as easy as talking. Got writer's block? Share your screen with Copilot Vision to help spark inspiration, and use Copilot Voice to have a conversation and brainstorm ideas. Or maybe you need some tech help. With Copilot Vision, Copilot sees what you see. Let Copilot talk you through step-by-step guidance so you can master new apps, games, and skills faster. Try now at windows.com/Copilot.
Chronic spontaneous urticaria,
or chronic hives with no known cause. It's so unpredictable. It's like playing pinball. Itchy, red bumps start on my arm, then my back. Sometimes my legs. Hives come out of nowhere. And it comes and goes. But I just found out about a treatment option at treatmyhives.com. Take that, chronic hives. Learn more at treatmyhives.com.
Deck your home with Blinds.com. La 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 la. La 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 Blinds.com. DIY or let us install. La 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 la. La 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 Blinds.com. Free design consultation. Free. Plus free samples and free shipping. Free.
Head to Blinds.com now for up to 45% off site-wide, plus a free professional measure.
Blinds.com.
Rules and restrictions may apply.
We are back, and let's get into the advice. Hello, Meghan and Melisa. I'm 26, she, her. I recently started seeing a woman who's 44, also she, her, and we've been dating for about 6 weeks. I know the age difference is significant. Oh, that is really, sorry. I needed my glasses to really soak that in. 26 and 44. Okay. I know the age difference is significant, and that's part of why I'm calling. She's recently... End it here. No, don't do it. Bad idea. She's recently separated in the middle of a divorce. She has 2 kids in middle school. On paper, I know this sounds like a lot, but in real life, it's been surprisingly easy. We connect in a way that I haven't experienced before. That's because she's 44.
Meghan, give the commentary.
Sorry. We have similar values, overlapping interests, and a kind of emotional chemistry that feels calm instead of chaotic. I'm literally biting my tongue. I have always been drawn to people who are older than me, so the age gap itself doesn't feel strange or uncomfortable. What I'm trying to be careful about is everything surrounding it. Her divorce is still ongoing and not exactly smooth, and I'm aware that there are other people affected by the situation, especially her children. I want to be respectful of that and not rush into something that could complicate her life further. I'm also just coming out of a rough breakup myself, so I'm intentionally trying to take things slow. I don't want to jump into a serious relationship just because it feels good, even though it does. I want to make sure I'm making thoughtful choices and not repeating old patterns. Also, I know my friends and family are going to have strong opinions about the age difference, the divorce, the kids, and even though none of those things bother me personally. How do I navigate an age gap relationship like this responsibly? How do I balance taking it slow with being honest about my feelings? And how do I know if continuing it is fair to everyone involved?
You don't.
You don't. There is no way. There is no way to, being aware that there is, pointing at the problem and being here are some difficulties here. That is not it. That's not oh, now that I've done that, how can I go about this in a way that is responsible and ethical? You can't. You just pointed out the issues and the flaws of why that cannot happen. You didn't point those out so then you can tackle those. Those are not meant to be tackled. Those are stop signs. They are not yield. They are get off motherfucking road.
They're red. They're telling you to. The road's closed, actually. There's a road closure. There's inclement weather.
It's a cliff. You're going to drive right off.
Get off. If you're in LA, our mayor is sending out a message saying, don't go outside.
Don't go outside. They're firing guns over the freeway. This is just, there's nothing good about this situation except the fact that, there is nothing good about the unique attributes of this specific relationship except the things that are not unique attributes, which are the fact that you have a good connection and you have feelings for someone. That has happened before and will happen again. But all of the things that make it specific to this relationship, the divorce, the children, the age gap, all of those things are not positive and they exist only in this relationship. And they are things that you have to actively, I'm not saying that unless you live in, lesbian divorce capital of the world, this is something that you're going to have to go out of your way to find this exact situation again. So there are so many other options that
where do you think that capital is? Portland?
I was immediately going to the Pacific Northwest. I could see it being Portland. But are they getting divorced? Because it's expensive there.
Yeah.
It's expensive to get divorced. So I'm thinking...
Which is why it's messy. That's why this is such a tumultuous divorce.
I'm going to say Portland or somewhere in Vermont.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe somewhere in Massachusetts. Like, everybody's making good money. That's like, you getting divorced there, but also, you know.
We also don't know who she's married to, if it's a man or a woman either.
Oh my God. If she is married to a man.
Yeah.
And and this was a late in life coming out, or at least her children in middle school didn't know, and then you're going to be introduced as a girlfriend after they are mourning their parents' divorce with a mother and a father. My God, you pay the therapy bills.
Or, she's bi and this is, her first relationship out. But either way, you're also out of a relationship too. This is messy. Y'all are both on the rebound. It feels good because you were both in a shitty relationship before.
And I just have to say, it should never, ever, ever be attractive, ever, to be dating someone who is not considering their children to the point where, if you want to stop the relationship, you have to stop it. That is not attractive to me whatsoever. I'm like, you're not looking out for your kids. You want me, someone in their 20s, to make the call if this relationship is something that we should continue or not, that's healthy or not. Like, I'm the one who has to think of your motherfucking kids.
You are literally closer to the kids' ages.
Yes. And this is just it's just so selfish. It's so selfish I think this is selfish on the mom's part, without a doubt. I think this is selfish on your part, and there's no way to be like, I recognize this is selfish. How can I make it less selfish? You can't, because in order for you to think about and put other people first, it does involve you and her not being together, and that's not what you want. So that's not, you cannot consider that. There's just something about people who are no, it's just you don't understand. It's true love. It's all of those things. There are lots of people who it's true love. It's soulmate. It's all this stuff. But life had other fucking plans, and there's other shit that got in the way that made it so that was not the best choice for everybody involved. And that is sad. You can mourn that. People write prose about those kinds of heartbreak. And this very well could be the one person you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. But is that fair at the expense of 2 children?
And she's not even divorced yet.
No.
And you've been together for 6 weeks. Come on. If this is what is supposed to happen, it's not going to happen in this way.
No. And
this age gap is wild to me. I'm sorry.
It's and of course you're we connect in a way, and I go, yeah, because she's your mom. That's why you the same thing that if you've ever had a crush on a teacher, or even watching a movie and Miss Honey, or someone where there are maternal figures, or figures that you're do I have a crush on them, or do I like them, do I want to be like them, or do I want to be with them? That aspect of it, she's fulfilling that. You connecting on all of these other things. It's also validating for you that you are being picked by someone who is so so mature and worldly and has all this life experience, that there is a little bit of ego that comes with being the younger person in an age gap relationship, that you are in fact being picked. But all of that should be so out the window when you realize that this person is cool with putting their children's mental health, with not putting their kids first, and not even putting their kids first, just point blank in the divorce. What do you mean you're dating already? And what do you mean you're dating someone who's closer in age to us? Middle school is hard enough. Hard enough. Now imagine your mom is dating someone in their 20s. Who's trying to be no, it'll be fine. I love them. We get along so well. You pull up in your Jeep that you have, and you're still
Jeep too.
and you're still on your parents' insurance plan. That is of course your friends and family are going to have something to say about this. And I think being oh, I'm always into, I've liked age gap relationships, but why? Ask yourself why.
You already said your family and friends would be against this. When you were dating people older, were they 5 years older?
That's what I'm saying. You can have an age gap that's 5 years.
But somebody that was 18 when you were born? Absolutely not.
Yeah, don't do that to those kids. As someone who is a kid of that, quite literally to the day, Do not do that to them, because like you can think that you can be, again, so aware of the trauma that could come up. You could be aware of the implications, all of that. That doesn't prevent them from happening. It just means that you know what you're getting into and you're choosing to do that. You can't like stop those feelings. You can't stop any of that. You can't stop the outcome. You just now, you're just going into it knowing it. And that to me is like fucking worse.
Like I said, y'all are both on the rebound. Allow yourself time to heal. Allow her time to heal and be divorced. And then let's circle back if that's what we want to do. I don't know. Maybe try dating somebody 6 years older.
Yes. Or like
Your frontal lobe is just now forming. You're 26. Let's give it a year to set in. I don't know. I feel like next year you'll think back on this and be like, I was just on the rebound.
yes, like, and like, if you want to have a fun on the rebound or you want to date someone older, like, go to a 75-year-old whose children are all married with kids your age. Like, do something like that level. Like, but this is
And he has
something.
money. Or
Yeah.
she has money.
Yeah, no, in my mind, she's absolutely loaded. She hates all her kids. And like, do something like that. Like, you can have chaotic and messy where the only victims in that emotionally are you and the other person who's in it when there's not kids involved. Like, to me, I'm for me, the hard line in the sand is kids. Like, this is just no. This is just like, it's a non-starter. I think the rest of it is a bad choice for you. I think like that's a bad outcome. I wouldn't suggest you do it. I would always give you advice to not. But I think with kids being involved, that is like a automatic no-go. And I think the fact that you can acknowledge that it's difficult means that like, if you're able to like quiet that voice in your head that's telling you like, this is difficult, this is going to be a little bit hard, like, you know, there are some issues here, but you can explain it away. To me, I think you need to get off the apps and get off dating and get into therapy. So like, why can you rationalize this happening to these innocent kids? Like, why can you rationalize a really horrific experience that they're already going through, making it worse for your benefit? Like, it's not. That's also like not the mentality of like a good step parent, you know? Like, again, I don't want to be the one person who's thinking about your kids. I want the person who I'm with, I want them to prioritize their kids above anything else. But like, if I'm the one who has to prioritize your kids, this is also me dating you that's not how I do it.
Oh, there's our advice. Leave.
Get out, leave. Right now. And I need you to tell your friends, I need them to shame you. Okay? And I'm a little mad at you right now, to be perfectly honest. And I hope you use that to know that I wouldn't be mad if I didn't think that you could do better. You know, you can make better choices.
We're going to take a break. And when we get back, Meghan is going to share with us her predictions again. And we're going to see how close she was.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite, obey your thirst.
The Who's Down in Who Newville were making their list, but some didn't know Walmart has the best brands for their gifts.
What about toys? Do they have brands kids have been wanting all year?
Yep, Barbie, Tony's, and Lego. Gifts that will make them all cheer.
Do you mean they have all the brands I adore?
They have Nintendo, Nespresso, Apple, and more.
What about...
So the Who answered questions from friends till they were blue. Each one listened and shouted, from Walmart? Who knew? Shop gifts from top brands for everyone on your list in the Walmart app.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
We're back, And we are going over Meghan's 2025 predictions. Okay.
First up. I think this is a huge miss. First up is a huge miss.
So, let's break down the word crash out.
Say what it is. Say what this is.
First one is Club Chalamet crash out. What if, in fact, crash out was crash out, breakout star?
You are really stretching with this one.
So sometimes you crash things, sometimes you break things. So breakout star of the
No.
Wall Street Journal.
I will say, letting you get away with this.
I will say, she is crashing out honestly daily because she now is very upset that him and Kylie are together. She calls him Slurpee. She calls Kylie Slurpee.
Why?
Because she's a boomer and it's a diss.
She's not a boomer. She's Gen X. That's what that article said.
Oh, sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. I truly mean this with all the respect. I'm so sorry. I am an earnest fan of Club Chalamet. My love is Club Chalamet, Timothy Chalamet. Club Chalamet outranks Timmy for me.
I've been liking Timmy more and more on
me
this.
Too.
On this, I already liked him. I just want to be clear. I liked him since I saw him.
Oh, he's a great actor.
Beautiful boy. And then he was there afterwards, and I was like, I get it.
Did you see him sing Kirk Franklin?
Yes, I did. That's where I was going next. I saw him sing. He's with Drewski on his. I don't even understand what this Drewski thing is. I don't know.
Neither.
All I know is that Drewski always has people in front of him, and he says, "Okay, come or go."
I just saw someone go to a Drewski concert, and I said, "You're performing arena? What? I was like, Drew. That man is so busy.
Yes, booked and busy always. So this girl came on and they asked her to sing. Timmy started singing Kurt Franklin and was like, "Can you sing some?" She, in the comments, she said, "I actually did. They cut it out."
Yeah.
She did sing.
Which I wanted to hear.
Yeah, but I thoroughly have been enjoying him on this. I even saw the guy that won the Timmy lookalike contest, and he was at the premiere of, I don't even know what this movie's about. No clue.
I'm so excited for this movie.
But
I've been
I
watching this trailer since the first teaser.
Yeah, but the guy that won the lookalike contest, he was like, "I wonder if he's gonna remember me." And Timothy walks right up to him. He's like, "You got to shave your head now."
Oh my God. I'm sure he went up to him right after he went up to Club Chalamet, which is who he did the beeline for on the carpet. And I had a comment that
took picture.
A lot of people are liking because I commented on it saying he knows his mama.
So, in case you don't know, because we didn't explain it, or we haven't even talked about it, but Club Chalamet had a full spread. And when I say spread, she also spread her leg, not in a sexual way. She just had it propped up.
It was in a cunty way, and I mean that with all the respect in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I am addicted
was it
to
the
this.
Wall Street Journal?
Wall Street Journal, I'm pretty sure. I'm addicted to this diva. And diva is exactly what she is. She's there with her little outfits and the shoes and the hair and the posing. I'm sorry, she's a fucking star. The one where she's looking back at it, I was like, oh my God, you know exactly who you are. She commands. She commands her. The fact that a fan account for Timothy Chalamet is famous, that not only are we doing a face reveal, face has been revealed, and the face...
she really wasn't even hiding it either.
No.
If you wanted to find it, you could find it, because you found it a long time ago, because I said, black?
I was like, hey, guess what? You're actually never going to believe this. And it is just I have been... honestly, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you knew about Club Chalamet before everybody else, because we have been here since day one. And I just think that in a world where people want to say anonymous shit online, she's like, nah, this is me. Here I am. And this is what I'm saying and what I'm feeling. So I do think that looking back, I don't think I should have ever predicted a crash out, because she's far too... She has her mini crash outs on the daily. She's never going to get to a point of
embarrassing herself.
Exactly. So I do think that the little crash outs, she's really not handling the Kylie relationship well, calling her Slurpee. That is a mini crash out, but it was her big breakout year. My next prediction was a Kylie Timmy baby, and as far as I know, didn't happen. So we already marked off the Cybertruck recall. That one was prompt.
Yeah.
Then Anonymous comes back. I do think that did happen.
It did happen.
Okay.
But not as big as it has been in the past.
Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg tries to human to get us back on Instagram. That happened and unfortunately has not stopped happening.
No.
Chris Pratt does something stupid. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that went inevitable.
It was inevitable. It was low-hanging fruit, but he did a lot of it. Gracie Abrams canceled. I will say every time I see a video of Gracie Abrams, people are working on the cancellation in the comments.
Yeah, I still don't know who she is. I know she's J.J. Abrams' daughter. I know she makes music. That's all I know. But it seems like no one likes her.
Yes. So I think I can cross that off the list. This was also really the year of Audrey Hobart, who is like, I don't know if they're still best friends, but they were like best friends. Audrey helped her like write and produce her last album, and Audrey came out with her own album, and people were like, oh, all the things I liked about Gracie Abrams' album feels like they're more of Audrey's signature. And so I think that also kind of catapulted a lot of that. And Audrey, funny enough, her a lot of people are like, oh my God, she reminds me of Sue Heck from The Middle. And her dad produced The Middle, and that Sue Heck is based on her. And I was like, oh, that's a good time. Marcelo Hernandez as a Pete Davidson dates a Sabrina, Kendall, Lori Harvey, or Rosalia. No, he is dating, as far as I know, I don't want to say normie in an offensive way, but like a career girl.
Yeah, and they're in a very serious relationship. So no, but him and Sabrina had some fun flirtation. And, I don't know what's going on with Kendall. What's she doing? No clue. Lori Harvey is in a lovely relationship too.
With who?
I
thought they broke up and she's been seeing with Damson Idris again.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I don't know that they're officially back together.
In his mind, they are.
Oh my God. In his mind, they never broke up.
Yeah.
In his mind,
that's what I'm claiming.
He's been
I
waiting.
like them together.
I like them together too.
The thing is, I don't even know that much about her.
Well, you don't need to. She's gorgeous.
Right. Like, I don't think I need to know that much about her. I don't think that she doesn't give the world a lot, but the world takes a lot from her.
Oh my God.
And I think he is so handsome and very charming from what I saw on Chicken Shop Date. And I think that they work well together from, again, the sentence that I know about each of them.
Yep. I love them together. Then we have Beyonce forgets about Cowboy Carter and the visuals.
She did not forget about Cowboy Carter.
No.
But there's no visuals.
There's no visuals.
The IMDb is up and it has actors listed.
That's like cruel.
It's the ones because it's got every breakdown from the visuals from the
concert.
The concert.
Like, do you think that like they were able to reach out to like Parkwood and be like, hey, could I like get that for my reel? Like, or like
maybe
I have
like no clue.
Filming it from an iPhone from the audience.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think this is I might do some predictions when we come back in January, but I think we're not actually going to even get a tour or an album next year because Kelly is releasing an album and going on tour next year. And I don't think she's going to compete with her.
I really hate how that sounds.
Yeah,
correct.
and I will support Kelly, but but yeah, I just don't think, especially at the Bronica. I've been calling them Bronica, Brandy and Monica. I've been calling them Bronica as one, and then Brandy started #Bronica, and I was like, oh, look.
Your impact.
My impact. So at the Bronica concert, Kelly was pretty much, even though they were the headliner, she had the same amount of stage time as they did. And Beyonce came in and improved her show. You can see before and after Beyonce was there. And so I think that Beyonce will be directing Kelly's visuals.
She'll be in that goddamn fucking black hoodie in a director's chair. And we're over here begging for just give us a couple notes. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's fine. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Then we have Rihanna has a Bluey cameo or something similar with a song for them, but not us. This happened so quickly. If you missed it, Rihanna did a big fucking rollout announcement that she's doing a song for Smurfs movie, which is also a Blue
and she's
cartoon.
in the Smurfs movie too.
Yes. Which I will say I haven't watched a Smurfs movie, but like promo for the movie Home, is that what it's called? Home, where she's with Jim Parsons, a little animated movie. I loved that one. And also I made Mott's watch like a 26-minute compilation of like Rihanna and Jim Parsons like being best friends on their press tour. And like I loved it. Then we have Gaucho's comeback. Unfortunately, this happened. We launched into capris and barrel pants, and they're not calling them gauchos, but like those are gauchos. I'm watching short, cropped, flared pants. Oh, Dave Portnoy gets closer to cancellation. That also happened.
Yep.
Yay. Then Kim visits Luigi. So
that did not happen.
I think it did happen. I just still don't think we know that it happened.
I don't think Luigi would want to see her.
Oh, I don't think so either, but I don't know that they had a sit-down talk. I do think she showed up and said, I'd like to talk to him.
She is so focused on her show that she didn't even do it. She didn't pass the bar. And she's like, now I may not be a lawyer, but I will play one on TV.
And we all have to suffer because of it. At this point, what's better? Her playing the lawyer or being one?
So the one that was censored actually did happen.
Yes. And Melissa was right. Censored because Melissa thinks I'm too powerful. And guess what? Even censored can't squash his power, baby.
No.
Can't squash it. So that did happen. Next, we have Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy's his next project.
And that did happen. That happened.
That happened, and we watched it.
Mm-hmm. Check out our But Am I Watching episode.
Yep, for All's Fair.
Yeah.
Then we have Miley and Beyonce do something.
I said that was inevitable when you wrote it down. And it happened in Paris.
Then we have Jason Momoa's downfall. And I haven't heard a peep about Jason Momoa, so I kind of want to cross it off.
Okay.
Then we have John Mulaney tells us what he did to his jaw. And I think right now he's saying that he went through a second puberty at 40-something years old. So he's lying, but he didn't tell us. Did Julia Fox ever go on Chicken Shop Date? No. Okay. Have to roll that over for next year. Baha'i faith becomes the next Mormonism.
Nobody's talking about it.
No, but on my corners of the internet, we are. So I think that's another rollover. The Rock gets into politics, which I also really should have censored because I'm too powerful as well.
Kind of tried, and people immediately rejected. So you weren't wrong.
No, I wasn't wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Bieber Vegas residency. Unfortunately, this did not happen.
It did not happen, but he is live streaming a lot and doing mini concerts, and they're really good.
He is like, that man can fucking sing. He can perform. Like, he is, like, I think the way that he was too young, too famous, too soon. But what he has never, ever, ever lacked is talent. Like, he is so incredibly talented. And I give him so much. I give him way more grace than I would give a lot of people because, like, he was failed by, like, every adult in his life. But I hope that he gets to a point where he, like, wants to perform, like, on
and I think that's what he's doing. He's just doing it on his own terms.
Yeah. And he's so fucking talented. And did you see the video of where he went back to where he filmed I forget what music video it was, but it's like one of his like original like Believe era where he's like in the bowling alley and he like sang the song again. And I was like, oh my God, still has that voice. Then we have Zendaya and Tom quietly get married or engaged. Yeah, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Trump and Elon have a boxing match, literal or figurative. Yep.
Figurative.
Yep.
Did happen.
Kendrick wins Song of the Year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Off.
And then
what was knocked off.
Then we've got a Boeing lawsuit. Yep. And then after that, this one was a clear, obvious one, which was Trump will very clearly, obviously know about Project 2025. Yeah, that happened. Gavin Newsom goes Captain America Civil War. He went that, and then he made a sequel, and then he made a trequel. And now
a trequel?
A trequel. And a beefquel. And now it's the person who decided to be like, no, actually, I'm the one who's I'm going to Thanos take Gavin Newsom down right now. Nicki Minaj has taken on that.
Yeah, and it's not helping. The thing is she's very horny for him.
No, it's
Because she'll
Melissa.
be
It's
like,
crazy.
your hair is so beautiful. You're so gorgeous and sexy, but like, I hate you.
No, she's like, you just think because you're so sexy and I want to suck your dick that you can also be our president, and I don't want that to happen. And I'm like, okay, so I'm sorry. The first half, you lost me there for a second, and being like, just because I think you're so sexy doesn't mean that this should. I hate you, Mr. Sexy, and it's like, okay. And I think I have been wondering. I wonder what the response is, if there's even going to be one, because that's the issue when you start a fight and everybody.
There was. He then posted like clips from like Trump's cabinet, and then put Meghan's song on top of it, and so that was his response. And then it had the line where Meghan's Law was.
Yeah,
playing.
I was about to say, so, when you have a publicly well-known diss conversation ender, like when everyone knows that about your situation, and you're like, I'm gonna pick a fight. I'm like, unfortunately.
And then the next one was another like clippy thing, and then had Cardi songs on it. So,
kudos to the social media team. Anti-vaxxers eat pigeon to stick it to bird flu.
I don't think it didn't happen.
I think that
I just don't think it was in the media.
And I also think that, like, they might not have been in the media because they also might not have survived. You know? Yeah. Ashton and Mila divorce.
They're in it for the long term.
I think
they're in there for the whole. So, yeah. No.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then we have the Brenda Song-a-sance, aka
I called it a Brenda-sance.
Yeah, the Brenda. You're right. That's better. We have the Renaissance, which is a Brenda song renaissance, and I have to say this might be like my most spot on fucking prediction because it was so truly random. It like spurred because I watched like an old clip of I think it was because Mats and I watched Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior, and I was like, she's so talented. She needs to be, and Mats was like, she's in almost every DCOM you've shown me. And I was like, I need her to have the adult career that she deserves, because after she did like The Social Network, she that was like, it kind of slowed down and she did more TV, and she was always working. And she has never, we're in a Brenda song.
Yeah.
A Renaissance.
Yeah, her and Macaulay Culkin are on every interview that you could ever get. And I also like that he's, having his own moment as well, like coming back. But yeah, she's in so much. She's going to be in a movie with Kim Kardashian, which I know you love. TV and movies. She's doing them both at the same time, and it's everywhere.
I want to know the lore if like there's no shot she already doesn't know Kim, because she used to date Trace Cyrus, and she was on Disney, and Adrienne Bailon used to date Rob Kardashian, and she was so I'm like, without a doubt, like you all ran together in like some circles in that time. I think they had to.
I just feel like that Kim is older. I know she's not 50 as I had said, but like
no, Kim is 50 years old.
I just don't. I think that at the age thing, it would have been just like they weren't in like they knew of each other, but I don't think they were running in the same circles.
That's true.
Great job, Meghan. I think you passed. You at least got 60%.
Oh yeah, and like. Some of them, I gave myself some slam dunks, but like I'm actually impressed with my long shots that like did in fact happen. So happy about it. We will work on our predictions for next year. I will say I am open to submissions. If people have ones, I'm not going to just like include them. It has to pass. If I feel it in my soul and my heart that I'm like, oh, this is a great call. Then I will include it, but feel free to audition your predictions for next year. And if you are concerned about your power of some of them, don't worry. If I feel they need to be censored or Melissa feels they need to be censored, we will in fact censor them, and we will do what we did this year, and like we will have a final reveal. It can be anonymous. You don't have to claim your predictions.
Yep.
So
Can't wait.
very excited.
Join us on Thursday for But Am I Watching, where we'll be revealing The Preacher's Wife.
Had a very religious watching week.
All right. Bye.
Bye. This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.